So hello everyone, thank you very much. First of all, thank you so much, Proz, for inviting me over. I feel really grateful to being able to share this, and I hope this session, which is going to be like around 18 minutes, really helps you to practice a little bit of yoga at your desk. So I introduce myself briefly. My name is Elena. I am a Mexican Spanish translator, voiceover artist, and yoga coach. And I am the founder of a bilingual initiative called yogafordigitalentrepreneurs.com, or the Spanish version, yogaparaemprendedores.com, which is a platform where I help freelancers to stay active, healthy, and productive through yoga and mindfulness exercises that we can incorporate every day, just 5 minutes a day usually, throughout our working routine, and just really to help us pick up the mind and pick up the body a little bit throughout our working day. And having said that, I really want to say I'm very glad that you are here today, and I hope to see lots of women and also men, because something I want to emphasize with this session actually, it's the exercises and the mindfulness and the exercises, the yoga exercises we do here are for everyone. So you first don't need to be flexible, don't worry. You can be as stiff as you can, as you want. Don't worry about flexibility. It's not all about that. And the second one is it's for men and it's for women. So there is sometimes this belief that yoga is only for women and it's only for people who are very bendy or flexible, but it's not, at least not what I am sharing. So yeah, I'm really happy to see you here, and thanks for being here. And having said that, I think it's time for us to begin. Shall we begin? I'm just gonna move a little bit back so that you can see the whole session at my chair. One thing just before we begin, all you need basically is you are in front of your desk, I believe, and you need your chair where you normally sit to work. For those of you who might have those chairs with wheels, so I recommend not using them for this session, because basically you can fall over and we don't want anybody to fall during the session. So just make sure your chair, wherever you are sitting, or your stool or whatever you are using, is fixed and it doesn't move. Well, it can move, but it doesn't slide or anything else. Yeah, otherwise it will be a bit fun. So yeah, shall we get started? So now that you are ready in your space, let's begin with this practice. It's going to be very quick, but I hope it's really useful for you. So to begin with, I want you to just sit at your desk, in front of your desk. Just make a little bit of space between you and your desk so that you don't bump into each other. And make sure that your spine is actually straight. So if you are sitting like that, just make sure you bring your chest forward, and you are creating some space in your back so that you are not arching your spine. So once you are sitting properly, just have a little moment to sit. Both of your feet are basically on the floor, so make sure you are not sitting cross-legged. Just place both of your feet on the floor. Close your eyes and place your hands on your knees. So for a little moment, just observe how your breath is, and take a little moment to have a sense of your space around, and especially to sense the space where you are sitting, the space that is in contact with the chair, your sitting bones, and taking some awareness of your head. Make sure that it's really on the top of your spine, and then feel that your chest is open, because this allows you to actually breathe properly. And just have that lovely spine long and straight to avoid posture problems and other things like that. And then when you are ready, just very gently open your eyes and make sure you start moving your head from side to side, just very, very gently. And now bring your head down, all the way down. Bring your chin towards your chest, and then press with your right hand, press the top of your head. So make sure that you are really, really pressing your head down so that you stretch all the back muscles of your back. And very gently start lifting the head up, and then drop the head towards the right hand side, towards your shoulder. And again, if you feel like you need a little bit of stretch in the neck, bring your hand to the head so that you really create some space in the left side of your body, on the neck, especially if you've been feeling stressed or working too much. This is really, really handy. And then come back to the center and then change to the other side. So now bring your hand to your head and create some space on the right hand side of your neck. Really nice, just creating that lovely sense of space. And now very gently start rolling your neck forward and then back. And as you do this, try to synchronize that inhalation with your exhalation in whichever rhythm you have at the moment. So just really inhale and exhale very gently and then change to the opposite direction, changing the direction of your head and your neck and really creating some space. And then when you're ready, just start rolling your shoulders a little bit. Bring your shoulders towards your ears so that you really feel, you imagine that you are trying to touch those ears with your shoulders. Really nice, and creating lovely massage on your neck in case you feel a little bit tense. And then when you're ready, just bring both shoulders towards your ear and your hands, drop them down. And then again, up and drop the hands. And then last one, and drop the hands. And then when you're ready, bring both of your hands together in front of your chest area and make sure you bring your wrist together. So when you start, just inhale and look up and really make sure you are growing the whole of your ribs and your spine. Basically, you should be feeling like each vertebra is stretching up towards the ceiling, and you can look up. And then exhaling, bringing the hands down towards your chest again. And then again, inhaling, really lengthening the back and each vertebra, and then exhaling, bringing the hands down towards your chest. And then once more, and this time really make sure you inhale and lift every single vertebra towards the ceiling. And then exhaling, bringing the hands down. Now bring both of your elbows together. So usually when we work a lot with computers, we need a little bit of rest for the wrist. So bring both elbows together and both hands together like that. And you should be doing, basically make sure they are not down, but they are like up in front of your chest. And from here, just start moving from side to side your wrist. So just making sure you give a little bit of rest to your wrist without taking the elbows apart. And really nice. And then make a little circle with the wrist and feel how the elbows are rubbing against each other. And now you can even interlace the fingers like that for a change of consciousness. And then again, just keep making circles with your wrists. Really nice. And now bring your right hand in front of you. With your left hand, you are gonna just press very gently your palm towards yourself. So keeping the elbow really straight, not up or not down, but really straight. And just pressing with the other one to give a little bit of relax to your wrist. And then change, lifting the hand up. And again, I show it to you. So it's lifting the hand. And then with the other one, you are just bringing your fingers towards yourself, just to create a little bit of more lengthening in your fingers and your wrists. And then we're gonna do the same with the other hand. So stretch your hand in front of you and then bring it towards yourself with the other hand. Really feel how you're elongating your whole muscles in your arm, from the shoulder all the way to the forearm and the wrist. And then lift the hand up, and then with your other hand, just pull those little fingers towards yourself again. And nice. And then when you're ready again, just bring the elbows together and then starting up and close. Open and then close. So imagine you are like a little lotus flower. So you are opening and then close, and then opening and then close. And then when you are ready, just bring those hands to the back, and we are gonna interlace the fingers like that. And really pull your chest forward. So if you've been sitting like that, again, interlace your fingers and pull yourself up so that you take all your chest out, just like that. Very nice. And just feel how your shoulder blades really get together in the back. So you should just really feeling that lovely lengthening in the shoulders and the shoulder blades, and just really nice. Make sure your elbows are not like that. Make sure they are far away from your ears. Very nice. And then when you're ready, just bring your hands back to your knees. So we're gonna be with the hands on the knees like that. And make sure from here, we're gonna be doing an inhalation. So we are pulling the body forward like that. And then in the exhalation, I'm gonna pull my hair so that you can see. So we pull the chest forward, and then in the exhalation we're gonna round the back as much as we can, and the head as well. Your chin goes towards your chest. So we are doing this in the exhalation. So you are placing your hands in your knees, and both of your feet are placed on the floor, a little bit hip width apart. So let's get this done. So when you're ready, put both hands on your knees and really press forward. Inhale, look up, and then exhale and round your back. So I'm gonna just look forward so that you can see what I'm doing. So inhale, forward, look up, and then exhale, really round your back and your chin to your chest. Once more, and really carry on doing this exercise at your own rhythm with your, aligned with your breathing pattern at this moment, and just carry on moving and feeling. You can even close your eyes for a little bit of connection and just feel that movement vertebra by vertebra in your spine, and sense how you are actually moving from your pelvis. So your pelvis is actually initiating the movement. You are tilting it forward and then backward, and that allows you to just come up and then back, and really keep on doing this. And then I'm gonna do once more. And then when you are ready, just come back to your center. And from here, so you are gonna imagine that you are gonna swim. So I'm gonna come a little bit back so that you can see. So bring both of your hands together in front of you. And then with the inhalation, just inhale, lift your chest up. And then exhale, forward, pressing the hands against you and curving the spine at the back. So I'm gonna turn this way now so that you can see it again. It's the same, bringing your hands to the front, and then imagine that you are swimming. Clasp your fingers at the back, interlace your fingers, chest out, and then forward with the exhalation and rounding the whole of the spine. So let's do this together more dynamically. And again, do it at your own rhythm, something that feels good for your spine. This is really, really nice when you're feeling a lot of stagnant energy, or when you're feeling like lower back pain or back pain. So let's get ready. So when you're ready, start working in coordination with your breath. So hands to the chest, inhale, up, and then exhale, out. And again, inhale, up, and then exhale, pressing your hands against, and then inhale, look up, and then exhale, pressing the hands far away from you and rounding the back. And then two more. Inhale at your own rhythm, lifting up, open your chest, and then exhale with your hands far away from you. And the last one, really feel the last one, opening your chest, opening up your throat, and then exhalation and just relaxation and lengthening of your back. Really, really nice. Stay there a little bit, and then just come back to your center again. Just take a little moment to just feel how your spine is doing. I really, really like this exercise myself, especially after a long day working in typing in the computer. So from here, again, make sure, I'm gonna move a little bit backwards, sorry. Make sure both of your feet are hip width apart. So something like that. I'm meaning no closed legs and not open legs. So you are literally, your knees are aligned with your hips. That's what I mean. And from here, just place either of your hands, whichever hand you want, in the opposite knee. So place your right hand on your left knee and then look back. And then when you twist, you are looking over your left shoulder and your left hand is resting on the back of your chair. So just look up. Make sure that your hips are looking forward, and the only thing that is twisting is your torso, is the upper part of your body. That's the only part that is twisting. So we don't want to do this, because that's what we are twisting the hips. So we want the hips to stay in place, and the only thing that we're twisting is the torso, like that. So my hips keep looking forward, and I just twist to the side. And really just, this is a very important stretch to keep doing it whilst I talk. This is a very important stretch to refresh and liberate toxins, because it's working on the sides where the liver is. So just really, it's good if you've been feeling a lot of stress. And then coming back to the center. And again, I invite you to now inhale, look up, really lengthening your spine, growing vertebra by vertebra, and then come down. And then this time take your left hand to your right knee and your knee in the back. So you are looking over your right hand shoulder. So like that. And then stay there looking at the back of your shoulder, keeping your spine straight, and just come back to the center. Sorry, I need to direct my attention to the microphone. That's why I'm turning this way, so that you can hear me. And then when you're ready, again, let's do this one more time, just in a more fluid way. So inhale, lift your spine, really grow tall from the waist all the way up. And then in the exhalation, right hand, left knee, look over your left shoulder. And just really feel that twist in your waist, and really feel how the muscles are receiving like a little massage inside. And then just coming back to your center again, hands in the chest, look up, really grow tall, create space, and then come down, and left hand, right knee, and then look over your right shoulder. Nice. And then just coming back to your center. So we're gonna do a little bit of inclination. So bring your, again, make sure that you're both sitting, you are sitting very nice on your chair or your stool. And then just bring your left elbow on your knees. So like that. I'm gonna move a bit back so that you can see. So my elbow is resting on both of my knees. And then from here, I'm gonna just turn my torso out like that, and bring the hand over my head. And make sure your hand is really, really nice and tall. So like that, keeping both feet on the floor and your spine open. Gonna move to one side so that you can see it in a different way. So, and again, maybe I'll do it this way so that you can see better. Here better. Again, so we do the other side now. So left arm, both knees, like that, on your knees. And then we're gonna bring the hand over, the other hand over the head, and look up. Look up to the ceiling. Make sure your hand is open, and you are creating a long inclination here, like if you're leaning forward and lengthening the whole side of your body in both sides eventually. So just really, really nice. And again, come back to the center. So we're gonna do this once more, both sides. So from here, bring your body forward, elbow on one knee, and then the other hand, left hand over your head. And really lengthening the left hand side of your body. Really nice. And then coming back to the center and change. So this time left elbow on the knees and right hand over the head. And again, just looking up and lengthening, growing from the whole side of your ribs, your torso, and creating lots of space as if you wanted to reach the ceiling. It's really, really nice to lengthen the sides of the body. And then just come back to the center. And from here, if you've been feeling a little bit of stress or tired in the back, this exercise is gonna really help. So for men and women, it might be different. So what I want you to do is see whether you can bring your right foot on the top of your knee. So I'm gonna move forward so that you can see better. So my foot is on my knee, resting on my knee, and my other feet is on the floor. It might be that some of you feel like your leg is over here so that you are not bringing it down all the way. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. It's different levels of openness in the hip, so it's fine. So make sure if you're over here, what you can be doing, if your knee doesn't go down a little bit more, what you can be working on is literally with your hand very gently bring it down and then up. So you are doing like a butterfly. So bringing it up and down and just making sure you are really feeling the connection in your hip. So that is the area that we are working, so the hip. And if you are already here, that if your knee comes down and you feel like, oh, this is really nice, I invite you to go a little bit further into your work and just bring your body forward. And that will help you to keep opening the hips. And that's really, really, really nice for the hips. So either variation can help. So try to see whether you need to be here, up doing the butterfly with the knees, or whether your body wants to go forward and then just rest your arms in front of you and look down to one point in the floor. So just stay a little bit there and enjoy the sensation of the hip and feel how your hip is opening. Your right hip is really, really nice, working nicely and opening a lot in this moment, which is very, very good for releasing tension. Okay, and then come back and bring the foot down and then change. So bring your left foot on your right knee and again check where your knee is and if it's up. If it's the case, then just work pressing it down so that you really feel the work in your hip like that. And if it's already down, then you can bring your body, your torso forward. Still you are sitting on your chair with your hands in front of you and just look up and really focus on feeling the sensation of your left hip. So those muscles opening really nice at the moment. You can even exhale because it's really nice. It's a very good for releasing tension. So just stay there a little bit in either of the variations of the pose. Nice. And then when you're ready, just come back, both feet together, and then open your legs to the side, so as wide as you can without hurting yourself. So just find a way that you feel wide enough. And then from here, I'm going to show to the side, you are bringing both feet wide apart, creating a lot of space in front of you so that if you fall, if you bend forward, you don't basically crush with your belly. I remember when I was pregnant and it was impossible to bend forward. So I know what it's like. Open both of your legs like that. Create a lot of space in front of you. And from here, bring your hands towards your knee and very gently start bringing your torso forward. So what you are going to do is basically rotate from your hip joints like that. So I'm doing it with my hands. So imagine that my hands are your hip joints. So they are here. What I don't want you to do is to do this. Because if you do that with your spine, then you might hurt your spine or your back. So just really, you can even put your hands on the hips just to have a little bit of sensation of the hips in here. And then from there, feel how the hips are moving forward. So, and then you start bringing your body forward, just like that. When you feel it's enough for your body, stay there. And if obviously you are in front of your desk, you can be doing this with the support of your desk. So you are here with your hips, and then you start bending forward. And if you feel that's enough, you can place your hands on your desk like that and just stay there. Mm-hmm. If you want to go forward because your body is asking you to go forward, you can still go forwards. Those of you who want to stay at the desk level is fine. Those of you who want to go forward, you can just bring your whole body down towards the floor so that with your hands you are touching your floor, the floor and your legs as well. And just bring your head down like that. So you can try either of the variations and see which one is better for you. So either staying at the desk level and carry on whatever you are doing there, making sure your spine is aligned with your head, or you can be already down like that. Obviously, try not to knock your head. Mm-hmm. Better to do it in front of you. So let's do this again. So when you are ready, we work from this position. We open the legs and then we inhale, bring the hands either to the hips or to the desk, and then start bending from the hips all the way down or until we want to stop. And then from there, we stay there. We open the chest. We really feel the lengthening of the lower back. And this is really, really nice exercise for when you've been sitting all day long. It's really good for the hips. And just keep your head down. And very gently start bringing yourself up vertebra by vertebra. Just very, very gently until you are again aligned. Bring your feet together and then just bring, I'm gonna come forward. Bring your right foot, again, both feet on the floor, right alignment. So basically we are not doing this, we are lengthening the back. And with this position, just bring your right knee towards your chest as much as you can. Again, I'll show it this way. And then you start circling your feet, your foot to the right direction. And then in the opposite direction, again, keeping your spine really nice, like that, creating space. And then up and down, up and down, up and down. And then change and bring the left hand, the left knee towards your chest as much as you can. This is really good as well for digestion. If you feel like you haven't moved, you have been at home a lot, and then start circling your foot. If you have been at home a lot, obviously you might not be exercising as much as you used to, or even that happens as well when we are working so much towards deadlines in the opposite direction. So make sure that you are actually bringing your knee close. It's helping you internally. It's having the same effect as when you are walking. So yeah, your internal muscles and the digestive muscles are working as well. So you can even bring the knee towards the chest a couple of times. And then change the other one up and then down as well. And just really focus on feeling how your back and your belly is doing in this particular movement or kriya. And then when you are ready, just take a little moment to just open yourself, open your chest, really nice. And in order to finish with the session, you can, in your everyday life, depending on how or what you need, you can finish the session by relaxing. I'm gonna give you one option. So if you feel like you are having a very stressful day and you are absolutely tired and you need to refresh for about just a 10-minute power nap, then you can finish this sequence relaxing in this posture, which is called the child pose. So you basically come in front of your chest, of your desk, and then you move forward, you lean forward, put both hands on your desk, and just rest your forehead on your desk like that. And then if you like that posture and at this moment rest is what you need, you can finish the sequence doing that, and just those of you who are already there and are enjoying it, stay there. Those of you who feel like actually you've done this sequence to pick you up and wake you up a little bit and have more energy to carry on working, because it might be that you do it at different times of the day. It might be that you did this sequence maybe when you were working very hard towards a deadline, but you still have to work. So therefore you need to be active. Or whether you were actually doing it at the end of a very, very long day and you just needed some rest. So if that is the case, do this posture that I just showed. And if you need some more energy to finish off the class, I invite you to simply stand up to finish your session, put your chair aside, and you just stand up there. I'm gonna bring this. And then just bring both of your hands to the side, both of your legs on the floor. And from this posture is called Tadasana. So I'm just basically being in Tadasana and keeping the head aligned with the spine, the hands wide open, and really feeling grounded. So when you are ready, just gonna close your practice with a little bit of gratitude so that you feel like you can carry on with the day, having that energy. Inhaling again And then exhaling with a deep breath out. And those of you who were already sitting and resting in your child pose at the desk, you can just come out of it again. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, thank you very much.